Good morning from Anderson Forge. It's, I don't know, what is the 28th of March or something like that? 28, 29, 28, I think. Right, 28th of March, 2017. What I've got here is a Bowie that I've recently made. Of course, I've photographed a bunch of the still pictures of the knife and posted them everywhere. So you've seen the knife already, but we're going to do a little demo on the knife and maybe a little discussion. Actually, this is a transition Damascus Bowie, and this is the overall view of this knife, and I'm going to bring it in a little closer to the camera, and maybe we can get a little bit of a visual on how cool this Damascus is. I was sort of led down this path by some influence from J.R. Cook, another member of the ABS, and I really like the way his stuff looks, so I questioned him about it at the Little Rock Knife Show, and took it from there, and he helped fix me up with a video on how he made this stuff. But it's called transition because what you can see, and I'm going to, right about here, I'm going to stick in a close-up still photo of the transition Damascus, and what I want you to do is look at it. We've got two different types of Damascus. The layers are actually going different directions from what you see on the bottom and the top. But rather than being two different kinds of Damascus that are simply welded together, and then you have a solid, distinct weld line, you should be able to see that it almost appears as if one of the patterns is literally growing right out of the other, and it almost looks like the random on the top half of the knife is literally growing right out of the laddered W's below. There's no distinct weld line. Anyway, I think that's very cool. And anyway, I'll put in the still right here and take a look at that. And I think that's just very neat. So, and of course it's about almost a 10-inch Bowie, 9.5 or something like that, and it's hot blued. I like how the hot bluing really sets off the contrast when you sand the bluing off of that 15N20, and the down in the valleys that black stays black. You know what I'm saying? It's gun barrel hot bluing and should last a lifetime. Had an issue. This is the second guard I put on this knife. It's a wrought iron. It's got some pretty cool character to it that should be easy to see. But the first one I put on when I went to bend the top lug on the guard delaminated because of it being wrought iron. So I ended up, and it was a clamshell guard that I just I didn't want to go through the hassle of making again and have it happen again, so I made a different guard, and it worked out real well. And of course a wrought iron spacer, which behind the guard, which a lot of people mistakenly call a ferrule. It's not a ferrule, it's a spacer. Ferrule is like that brass ring on your pencil, you know, an eraser sits down into it. It would be a ferrule if the handle material went into it, but it's not. It's just a spacer. I hope some guys will pay attention to that. But anyway, and down here on the butt end we've got a finial cover. It's not the finial itself, but it's a finial cover that we should be able to see is a polished piece of black linen micarta. Anyway, I'll do a quick, oh, I forgot. This is stabilized koa, and what I think is pretty cool about this is that it has this unique striation running right through the center of, this is totally unplanned by the way, but somebody even pointed it out to me. I didn't notice it. This striation through the center of the handle runs right along with the deviation between the two patterns of Damascus, and the curl on the koa goes with the ladders. So I forget who it was that pointed that out, but good eye. So we'll just do a quick takedown. Oop, if I don't lose things. I don't know what that is. I was eating peanuts earlier. Here's a little 256 screw down in there. We can get that out. Maybe I can get it out. I didn't realize that piece of micarta was coming with it. It's I got that screw kind of wedged down in there. We'll have to get that out. Inside the handle, of course, is a 1032 stainless affair. I turn on my lathe, holding the knife together. The handle comes off the spacer, pinned. There's a wrought iron guard, which got some really cool character going to it when you etch it out. One time I had some wrought iron analyzed just for the heck of it, and it had every mineral in the world included in the makeup of the wrought iron. So whatever was in the iron ore, it all etches out differently. Sometimes, I don't know if this will come through, but there's actually some different coloration in here. It etches, the minerals etch different, how the colors display themselves is different, but it's pretty cool. And there's our knife. Now real quick, I'm going to see if I can't get this screw. I got that screw wedged. I countersink the... See, the thing is, this is tapered because the handle is rounded. All right? It's got a taper to it. So this cover has to fit the contour of the handle. And I've got that screw. Hang on just a second. There, that wasn't a big deal. The screw head was stuck down in the countersink of the finial cover. We're good now. We're good to go. So, I didn't mean this to turn into a sales video, but I've got a guy that's good collector of mine. Heck, he has 3 Bowies on order the way it is, and this was offered to him first. If he does not pick it up, this is for sale for $900. It'll be on my website shortly on my available knives page. Then we're gonna set our finial cover in the hole. And there she is. She is a beauty, and I'll have probably at least one transition Damascus Bowie on my table in Atlanta. May not have much when I get there this year, but looks like I'm needing to get something fixed. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, there she is. Transition to Bowie. It's a transition Damascus Bowie, and thanks for letting me share it with you guys. And like always, I just talk way too much.